Hi everybody, Matt Icavello here from the Northeast Digital Enterprise Platform team. Every action we take in life starts with an idea. Likewise, every transformative action taken by an organization, taken by a company, starts with a great idea as well, represented on the screen that you can see as the light bulb. Now we're surrounded by examples of digital transformation in our everyday lives. They're everywhere, right? And I want to start with a few examples that you see along the left. A company like Uber, who's completely transformed the way we think about the taxi cab for hire industry. Or Airbnb, which started as a few guys trying to pay rent and has turned into this worldwide phenomenon of completely changing the hotel accommodation industry as well. And finally, Under Armour started as a guy selling t-shirts in the back of his car, today connects over 160 million users in their quest to become not just an apparel company, but a company that delivers connected fitness. Which brings me to my next point, that all these companies took an innovative approach in that Uber, for example, doesn't own any taxi cabs. Airbnb owns no property. And as I stated, although Under Armour is an apparel company, their vision is to become a data company, a digital company. And there are a few things that these companies do along their journey of becoming that digital enterprise. And it's represented by these three circles. So I'm going to walk through those with you quickly here. Number one, these companies in some way completely disrupt the industry that they're in. Number two, they transform the way they do business and the way that we interact with their business. And number three, they create efficiencies by connecting their supply chains, by connecting end consumers to their business. Now, all of these companies use technology, utilize technology solutions to create this digital transformation. Now, where does SAP fit in? What is SAP's solution? What is SAP's vision for the digital enterprise? And that's what I want to really talk about with you today. So by keeping our initial discussion up in the left-hand corner as our reference point, I really want to focus in on the light bulb, the concept of the idea. And I want to focus on a few of the challenges that are inherent in making that idea a reality for organizations, and subsequently, how SAP helps companies to solve those problems, to overcome those challenges, and turn them into opportunities. So the first thing is something very simple, right? How do we take a drawing on a napkin and turn it into a productive solution? I need the tools, I need the environment to do that, and to do that very quickly in an innovative, iterative approach. From SAP, how do we do this? Well, it all starts with the HANA Cloud Platform, or HCP. Right? So what are the things I need to do? What are the tools I need while creating this new solution? Well, number one, I need to be able to quickly prototype, iteratively gain user feedback from, let's say, a new application. I may also need to integrate that application with on-premise solutions, with other cloud solutions in my landscape. Additionally, I may want to take those existing solutions and extend them using a new user interface, for example. Or I may want to build completely new applications that leverage things like analytics. Perhaps I want to take sensors and turn them into insight using the Internet of Things. Or simply create a new mobile application that enables my users, my employees, to get their jobs done more quickly, more efficiently. A HANA Cloud Platform is a full-fledged, full-service enterprise application, enterprise platform as a service that enables all the things that we just talked about, to be able to quickly take that scribble on a napkin and turn it into a productive solution. Let's take a customer, for example, Nestle, who's chosen the HANA Cloud Platform as their strategic platform for cloud development, and also for rapid prototyping and design thinking. In order to improve the way their field reps interact with coffee producers around the world and conduct events like quality assessments for sustainability purposes, Nestle created an application utilizing HCP, Fiori, cloud identity, and many other components, including mobile services, that went live earlier this year to more than 300 field reps. Because of the success they felt there, they're also planning to build out many more use cases in the future as they continue down this digital journey. Just one example of how customers are utilizing this HANA Cloud platform as a service, to improve the way they do business and create a digital enterprise. It's very clear to us that prototyping, integrating, extending, and creating applications is really just the tip of the iceberg. It's the genesis of the idea. But what's the next challenge? Well, all the time, organizations are creating data. They're having to store data. They're having to process data in both transactional and analytical scenarios. So where does SAP come in? Where do we plug in this idea? What is the platform behind it? From SAP, as we all know, we think of the HANA platform. At its core, we understand that HANA is very performant, right? It combines technologies like in-memory processing, column-based storage, parallel processing of data, and it's a very performant platform. But the real value comes into play when we start to utilize the full benefits of HANA to do things like predictive analytics, perhaps scenarios surrounding geospatial, text analytics, natural language processing, and even graphing data, graph processing, right? Just a few examples of some scenarios where we take advantage of the full platform capabilities of HANA. Not to mention the fact that in any given organization, we know that the data landscape is varied. We need to be able to federate that data, capture that data, get at that data wherever it may be. Additionally, more and more companies are beginning to embrace big data technologies like Hadoop. And SAP, we start to think of SAP HANA Vora, which plugs directly into the Spark framework and enables us to do big data processing all on this highly performant, highly scalable HANA platform, where we really start to take that concept, take the idea, plug it into the switch, and use HANA as the basis, as the baseline for all of this great innovation. So now we're really cooking. We've got the HANA Cloud platform in place for creating, integrating, prototyping applications, all supported by the HANA platform for data processing, for doing all these great innovative things with data within the entire landscape. But what's the next issue? What's the next challenge that comes up? Well, for companies, often it's enterprise application complexity. Over time, one application becomes 2, becomes 10, becomes 100, until eventually, as studies show, the average company is spending 70% of the time just keeping these systems up and running. That leaves just 30% to focus on business process innovation, on business model innovation. So more and more companies I talk to, they want to take this spaghetti tethered application landscape and replace it with a single digital backbone. And from an SAP perspective, if we add another ray of light here to our light bulb, this single core is S/4HANA, the digital backbone for enterprise applications. S/4HANA is SAP's next generation real-time business suite. It's designed to help companies run simple, as we say, and now in this digital and networked world, it's fully architected for and with the HANA platform. It's designed on the most modern design principles with SAP Fiori as a front-end user experience. So in this case, power and simplicity meet flexibility and agility, and we can combine S/4HANA with deployment options on-premise in the cloud, as well as the ability to use the HANA Cloud Platform, as we mentioned before, to extend core business applications, to extend core business specific logic. In short, S4HANA ensures that business critical processes run seamlessly while simultaneously enabling that innovation at the edge. Currently today, there are more than 1,300 active projects worldwide on S4HANA, and nearly 400 of those are live in production customers. One of those customers is Sabre. They're a global B2B travel provider, and they've been providing customers with travel solutions since 1960. And as their customers grew to favor digital technologies, they recognized that they really needed to advance their own capabilities as well. So they implemented S4HANA, specifically S4HANA Finance, and they were able to reduce a lot of the complexity within their organization, pursue tighter integration, as we've noted, with their SaaS applications, and help transform from being a travel-related business to a software company that just happens to service the travel industry. So just a quick, simple example of business transformation, qualitative business transformation that a company went through utilizing S4HANA. So now that we've solved the problem of creating a digital backbone for the business, right? S4HANA, all supported by HCP, by the HANA platform, we have all this data. The next challenge becomes, how do we get that data out? How do we analyze it? How do we combine it with the rest of the data that's housed inside this digital platform, this holistic platform, and create compelling, actionable analytics on all that data all at once? More often than not, customers I talk to have the data, but don't necessarily have the tools to accomplish these goals. So here enters the next ray of light from our idea light bulb, SAP Analytics. Unlike many of the software vendors that are out there today in the analytics space, SAP offers a holistic approach that spans the entire analytics maturity curve. From things like standard reporting to self-service, and of course, advanced analytics, predictive analytics. From the casual user to the data scientist, from pure on-premise solutions to cloud software as a service solutions with Business Objects Enterprise and Business Objects Cloud, SAP Analytics really has the answers. Customers are increasingly looking to combine the power and scalability of these traditional on-premise solutions with a more cloud-based agile approach. Moreover, SAP recently announced the release of Business Warehouse for HANA. This really solidifies our commitment, our strategy to innovate in the enterprise data warehousing space by creating tighter integration between the business warehouse application and the HANA technology stack. Together, SAP Analytics, SAP HANA, and a broad portfolio of data management, data quality tools really create a holistic approach, a holistic picture of analytics for all of our customers. And analytics, as we know, as we see in the market today, creates another catalyst for turning this great idea into a reality. And that brings me to this last ray of light, if you will, if you continue with me on this motif, coming from our idea. So far, we've talked about the platform. We've talked about the backbone, the insight from analytics. But as companies grow, so does their workforce, so does the customer base, so does the supply chain. And what we need are the tools, the applications to manage the relationships between and among these different groups. The challenging thing in these areas is delivering the right solutions as the tastes, the expectations of these groups and processes change over time. So as we know, companies have all these different constituencies. They've got employees. They've got customers. Not only do they have full-time employees, but they've also got contingent labor, right? They've also got the supply chain network that we talked about. All of their upstream, all of their downstream suppliers and customers. And also, very importantly for many companies is the ability to look at travel and expense. How does SAP approach this? How does SAP look at these various business networks? Whether it's success factors for managing the employee lifecycle, customer engagement in commerce, and hybris for looking at our customer constituencies, or procurement with Ariba, travel and expense with Concur. And we bring that whole picture together in a holistic, very agile approach when it comes to these different line of business clouds. But beyond the solutions themselves, we continue to build the piping back to the digital backbone. If we want to look at this picture holistically, back to the digital backbone of S4, jumpstart extension projects with out-of-the-box APIs that are delivered, if we go back to the start of our conversation, by the HANA Cloud Platform. Take a company like Bentley Systems. There's a high-tech company based in Pennsylvania. They use SAP Cloud for Customer, one of our line of business clouds, in conjunction with classic on-premise CRM. Now, what's the glue that integrates these two with bidirectional and unidirectional communication of key customer constituencies? It's the HANA Cloud Platform. Not to mention the fact that we utilize these open standards in these line of business cloud tools to integrate with our analytics solutions as well. I mean, this is really, truly game-changing stuff. Why SAP becomes a very simple question to answer. We support digital transformation from end to end. From ideation to realization utilizing the HANA Cloud Platform, to the innovation that comes with HANA, which we know supports this digital backbone of S4, a comprehensive, holistic approach to analytics, and support for the business networks. This whole vision of the digital enterprise is unmatched in the industry. SAP truly supports the entire life cycle of this digital transformation. If you've never had a chance to take a look at what SAP is doing with Under Armour, I highly encourage you to do so. Under Armour is really a poster child for what it means to partner with SAP and to embark on this digital journey. Whatever the idea may be, SAP is here to simplify the process, to accelerate the time to value, and to leverage our global presence. More than 40 years in enterprise software, supporting 25 industries across 11 lines of business. The only question remains, what is your next big idea? How can SAP make it a reality? And at the end of the day, all you need to do is plug it in. That concludes my whiteboard for the day. Thank you very much for your time and enjoy.